Hello students, myself Shipra Hada from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. Students, today we will continue chapter 13, that is shapes and patterns. So students, in previous video of this chapter we have seen some shapes, 2D shapes and 3D shapes, okay. And today we are going to start a topic that is tiling and tessellation. So students, open page number 169 in your book and now we'll see tiling and tessellation. So what is the meaning of tessellation and what is the meaning of tiling? So students, this is an arrangement of shapes. What did I say? This is an arrangement of shapes in such a way that we cannot see any space between them. Okay, if I drew a square, again I am drawing a square and again I am drawing a square. It means I am drawing some squares here. And what we are observing here in this shape, we can we see any space between them, or are they overlapping each other? No, we cannot see any space between them. It means this is the perfect example of tessellation. Okay students? But now if I take a square and the next I am taking a circle and the next I am taking a triangle, I have taken three different shapes, and what we are observing here, now we can see some space is coming here. What we are observing here, we can see some space between them. यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है हमें? कुछ space दिख रहा है? It means this is not the example of tessellation. Okay, this is not the example of tessellation. So here we have seen the meaning of tessellation. This is an arrangement of shapes in such a way that we cannot see any space between them or they are not overlapping each other. Okay, so this will be the perfect example of tessellation. Now we'll see some questions of it. So now I am taking question number 2 of exercise 13.3, and question number 2 is choose the tile that can tessellate the given area. Okay. And we are observing a part. This is the given area. As we can see, this is a shape of a square. Okay, so this is the given area and we have to find the correct option. We can see three options are here. First is a shape of a circle, and the next is a shape of a square, and the next is a shape of an oval. Okay, so we have to pick a shape from these shapes that can tessellate this area. Okay, so what we are observing here students, this is a shape of square. If I take a circle, अगर मैं एक circle लूँ, this is the given shape. Okay, and if I take first option, which is a circle, and I am drawing these circles here. So what we are observing here students, we can see space here. What we are observing, we can see some space is coming between them. Space हमको दिख रहा है. So this is not the correct option. So now we have to take the next shape, that is a square. Okay, if I take a square, this is the given area. Now I am taking a square. Again I am taking a square. So now what we are observing, if we take a shape of a square, this is completely a shape, or this is completely will be an example of tessellation. Okay, now we cannot see any space between these shapes. Is it clear students? So which is the correct option for this? The correct option will be second one, that is a square. Is it clear? If you will take this oval, आप इस oval को लोगे, again you will find some space between them. Okay, so this is not the correct option. The correct option is second one. In this way you have to do B and C part also. Now we are coming to the next exercise, that is exercise 13.4. So before starting exercise 13.4, I will tell you what is the meaning of perimeter. Okay, what we will see here, now we will see what is perimeter. So perimeter is the total length of a boundary. What is perimeter? The perimeter is the total length of a boundary of a closed figure. Okay, so now students, you can see this is a closed figure. Okay, you can see this figure. Now what is the perimeter here in this figure? Perimeter means the length of the boundary. You can see this is the boundary of this figure. Okay, and what is the perimeter? The perimeter is the total length. Total length means this plus this plus this plus this. Suppose the length of this side is 4 centimeter and the next side is also here 4 centimeter. So we can see all 4 sides are 4 centimeter here. So what is the perimeter of this shape? The perimeter will be 4 plus 4 will be 8, then plus 4 will be 12, then plus 4 will be 16. It means to find the perimeter of this shape, what we are doing? We are adding the length of the sides. Is it clear? And now we are getting the perimeter of this shape, and the perimeter will be 16 centimeter. Is it clear? The perimeter will be 16 centimeter of this shape. Is it clear, students? So here we have seen what is the perimeter. To find the perimeter, we have to observe the length of the boundary of the given shape. So now we take some questions of perimeter. So question number 1 of exercise 13.4 is find the perimeter of the following shapes. So here some shapes are given and we have to find the perimeter of these shapes. So I am taking A part of this question. In this A part we can see the length of this side is 6 centimeter, the next side is 4 centimeter, the next is 6 centimeter and again the next side is 4 centimeter. So how can we find the perimeter of this shape? As I have told you, you have to find the total length of the boundary. Total length means you have to do 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. Is it clear what we are doing? So yes, the first side is 6 centimeter, then we have to take the next side, that is 4 centimeter, then the next side is 6 centimeter and the last side is 4 centimeter. So what we are doing here, we are finding the sum of all sides. It means we are finding the total length. Okay, so now we have to add them. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 6 is 20. So what is the perimeter of this given shape? The perimeter of this shape is 20 centimeter. Is it clear, students? In this way you can find the perimeter of this shape also. 4 plus 4 will be 8 and 8 plus 3 is 11. So here you have to write 11 centimeter. Simple. Now we'll take the next question. Question number 6, and question number 6 is find the perimeter of the following figures if each side of the square in the grid is of length 1 centimeter. So now we are finding the perimeter of this given shape. It means we have to find the total length of the boundary. Okay, and as we know, this is 1 centimeter. This is given in the question. The side of this grid is 1 centimeter, right? Then next side will be again 1 centimeter. So total will be 2 centimeter. Okay, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and this will be 24 centimeter. So what is the total length of this boundary? As we can see, that will be 24 centimeter. So the perimeter of this given shape is 24 centimeter. In this way, students, you can find the perimeter of this shape also. Again, you have to find the sum of all sides. In C and D part also you have to do the same thing. Is it clear, students? So now we'll take the next question. So now the next question is question number 3 of exercise 13.4. Question number 3 is find the length of the missing side given the perimeter of the figure. So what is given here in this question? In this question, perimeter is given and we have to find the length of missing side. Okay, so we are taking A part of this question. Exercise 13.4. Question number 3 and we are taking A part. So now students, here in this A part, perimeter is given, that is 60 centimeter. It is given in the question. Okay, and a shape is also given here. Now in this shape, this side is given 16 centimeter. This side we have to find, and the third side is 14 centimeter, and the last side is given 13 centimeter. Okay students? This is a shape of quadrilateral as we have seen in previous video, right? Here in this shape we can see 4 sides. It means this is a shape of quadrilateral. In this, first side is 16 centimeter. Next side we have to find. Third is 14 and then last side is 13 centimeter, right? So how can we find the missing side here? So now students, as we know, the total length of the boundary. The total length of the boundary is perimeter, and perimeter is 60 centimeter. So if I take the perimeter of this shape, it means what I am taking? I am taking the total length of this shape, right? इसका total length अगर मैं लूँ and I am subtracting these 3 sides, this plus this plus this. Okay, हमने क्या किया? We have taken the total length of the shape and now we are subtracting these 3 sides. So what we will get now? We will get the missing side here. Okay, so what we have to do? First of all, we have to find the sum of these 3 sides. Then we have to subtract the sum of these 3 sides from perimeter. Is it clear? So now, perimeter is 60 centimeter. We can write like this also. P is equals to 60 centimeter. Now we have to see sum of 3 sides. So now students, what we have to do? 16 centimeter plus 13 centimeter plus 14 centimeter. Is it clear? Now we'll find the missing side. Okay. You can do like this also. This is point A, point B, point C and point D. So what we have to find here? We have to find the length of BC. Okay. And length of BC, it means side BC will be, what did I teach you? You have to subtract the sum of these 3 sides from perimeter. Okay, so now we'll find the sum of these 3 sides. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. So I will write 3 here and 1 carry over. Now 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay, so this is the sum of these 3 sides. Okay, so now we have to subtract. Now 0 minus 3 not possible, so we have to borrow 1. It will be 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. It will be 5 and 5 minus 4 will be 1. So what is the missing side coming here? The missing side will be of 17 centimeter. Is it clear? The length of this side will be 17 centimeter. Is it clear students? You will see the perimeter. Then you have to see 3 sides which is given in the question. You will find the sum of these 3 sides. Then you will subtract the sum of these sides from perimeter. Is it clear? In this way you can find the missing sides. So now we'll take the next question, that is question number 4 of exercise 13.4. So question number 4 is find the perimeter of a square whose side is given below. So now students, what is given here? The given here is a side of a square, and as we know, in a square all sides will be equal, right? So this is question number 4. We are taking A part, and here the side of a square is 16 centimeter. This is given in the question. Okay, and what we have to find? We have to find perimeter of a square. हमें स्क्वायर का क्या फाइंड करना है? पेरीमीटर फाइंड करना है. सो एज वी नो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज अ स्क्वायर, okay, in which all sides are equal. So suppose this side is 16 centimeter, the next side will be also 16 centimeter. This will be again 16 centimeter and this will be again 16 centimeter. Okay, now what is the perimeter? Perimeter means sum of all sides. So what we have to do? We have to do 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. Okay, what we are doing? We are doing sum of all sides. So what we are observing here, when we are finding perimeter of a square, we are adding a side 4 times. 4 times we are adding this side. So what we can do here, students, we can do like this, 4 multiplied by side. The formula will be what we are doing, 4 multiplied by side. Okay, how is it possible? Just have a look here. If we are doing 16 plus 16, that will be 32. Again 16 plus 16 will be 32. Okay, and 32 plus 32 will be 64 centimeter. Okay, so here we are getting 64 centimeter. But if we will put the value of side in this formula, let's have a look here. 4 multiplied by side. Now what is side here in this question? Side is 16 centimeter. So I am writing 16 centimeter here. And as we know, 16 fours are 64. So now you can see the answer is coming 64 centimeter. It means we can do like this also. The formula is 4 multiplied by side. It means 4 multiplied by 16 because side is given 16 centimeter and the perimeter will be 64 centimeter. So this is the formula to find the perimeter of a square, 4 multiplied by side. In this way you can find the perimeter of a square. Okay, so now we'll take the next question, that is question number 5. So question 5 is find the perimeter of a rectangle whose sides are given below. Okay, rectangle means, as we know, opposite sides will be equal. Question 5, I am taking A part. Sides are given 22 centimeter and 18 centimeter. And we have to find perimeter of a rectangle. So how can we find the perimeter of a rectangle? As we know, this is a shape of rectangle in which opposite sides are equal. Okay, so length is 22 centimeter. This is given in the question. Then this side will be also 22 centimeter and the breadth is given 18 centimeter, right? So the opposite sides will be again 18 centimeter. Okay students, if this is 22 centimeter, so this will be 22 centimeter. If it is 18 centimeter, then this will be also 18 centimeter. Now how can we find the perimeter of this shape? To find the perimeter of any shape, we have to do addition of all sides, right? We have to find the total length. So 22 plus 18 plus 22 and again 18. So what we are observing here students, we are taking length 2 times, 18, 18 and 22, 22. 22 is coming 2 times, 18 is also coming 2 times. Okay, so what we can do here, I can write like this also, 2 multiplied by 22 plus 18. ऐसा लिख सकती हूँ मैं, because length is coming 2 times and breadth is also coming 2 times. So what will be the formula coming here? The formula will be 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. It means whenever we are finding the perimeter of a rectangle, the formula will be 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Okay. And length and breadth are given in the question 22 centimeter and 18 centimeter. So what we have to do now, we have to put the values in this formula. 2 and multiply will be as it is. Now length is given 22 centimeter and breadth is given 18 centimeter. Okay. So now students, we can see this bracket. Bracket means first of all we have to find the addition. पहले हमें multiply नहीं करना है. First we will find the addition of these two numbers. So 8 plus 2 is 10, carry over 1. Then 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So it will be 2 multiplied by 40 centimeter and 2 into 0 is 0 and 2 4s are 8. So the answer is 80 centimeter. Now what is the perimeter of this shape? The perimeter of a rectangle is 80 centimeter. And how can we find the perimeter of a rectangle? We have to use this formula, 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Is it clear? So now students, we will start exercise 13.5. In this exercise we will see what are symmetrical shapes, okay, and what is symmetry. Symmetry is anything which can be divided into two exactly similar parts. Okay, what did I say? Anything which can be divided into two equal parts. As you can see, this is a circle, this is a shape of circle. Now you can divide this shape into two equal parts like this. आप इसको exactly similar parts में divide कर सकते हो. And now these two shapes are known as symmetrical shapes. Okay students? So this process is known as symmetry. Okay. So now we'll see in question number 1 what is the line of symmetry. Okay. Now you can see this A part. In question number 1, draw the line of symmetry if any for the following figures. In this A part we have to draw a line of symmetry. Now what is a line of symmetry? A line through which you are dividing a shape into two equal parts. In this figure, this line is dividing this shape into two equal parts. It means this will be a line of symmetry. Is it clear? Now we are drawing a horizontal line. You know students what are horizontal lines and what are vertical lines. So if I draw a horizontal line, now through this line I can divide this shape into two equal parts. इसका जो ऊपर वाला part है ये नीचे वाले part के exactly similar है. It means this is an example of symmetry and this is a line of symmetry. Is it clear? Now in this B part also, if you draw a line which is vertical line, okay, so by this vertical line you can divide this shape into two equal parts. आप इसको two equal parts में divide कर सकते हो. So this will be the line of symmetry and these two shapes are symmetrical. In this way you can do C part also. In these shapes you have to draw only one line of symmetry. Is it clear? So now we will start exercise 13.6. Question number 1. Draw the reflections of the given shapes. Okay. So now here we have to draw the reflections. So now students, what are the reflections? If you stand in front of a mirror, so what you will observe there? You will observe your image in it. Okay. आप क्या देखोगे? आप जैसा same shape आपको mirror में दिखाई देगा. Okay. That will be your mirror image, or you can say that will be reflection. Okay. So now what is the difference here? You can see in a reflection and in your real image, you will see your left side will be the right side in the reflection and your right side will be the left side in the reflection. So here in this A part we can see shape which is a shape of 1. Now we have to draw the mirror image. It means what we have to do here, this left side we have to draw the right side. Okay, because we are drawing reflections. Okay, so reflections में क्या होगा, जो left side है वो right side बन जाएगा और जो right side है वो left side बन जाएगा. Okay, but size will be always equal. Okay, इसका size क्या होगा, बिल्कुल equal होगा. Okay, now this side it will be this side. It means left side will be right side. Is it clear? And this is the reflection image of this given image. Is it clear students? So now here some figures are given and you have to draw the reflections of these figures. So now we'll see the next question, that is question number 2. Mark a tick for the figures that are examples of reflections. So now here we can see some examples are given and we have to find the correct examples of reflections. Okay, so look at the A part students. You are observing the size of this figure. Now in reflection we can see the size is same. Okay, and what we are observing, the left side will be right side and the right side will be left side. So this is the perfect example of reflection. So we have to mark right. Okay, now we'll see this shape. In this B shape you can see this shape and the size of this shape will be equal. This is exactly similar, but the left side is coming on the left side only. Okay, इसका जो left side है वो right नहीं बन रहा है, right side left नहीं बन रहा है. Okay, it means this is not the correct example of reflection, so we will mark wrong. In this way you can do rest of the questions also. So now we will start the next exercise, that is exercise 13.7. And question number 1 is complete the given patterns. So now students, we have to see what are the patterns. So patterns are arrangement of repeated designs in a sequence, okay, in a particular sequence. Okay students, so now in this A part you can see the first number is 3 and the next number is 5. So what we are doing in the first number, that we are getting the next number. If I do plus 1 and then again I am doing plus 1, it means basically I am doing plus 2 in this previous number, then I am getting the next number, that is 5. So the next number is 5. Okay, so now again if I add 3 in this next number, so now I will get 8, which is the next number 8. Okay, so now again what I am doing, if I do plus 4 in this previous number, it means if I do plus 4 in this 8, I will get the next number. So what we are observing here, we are doing plus 2, then plus 3, then plus 4. It means to find the next number, we have to do plus 6, then plus 7. In this way, we will find the next numbers. 23, okay, and now I will do plus 7, so I will get 30. To find the next number, I have to do plus 8, then I will get the next number, that is 38, and to find the next number, I have to do plus 9, and the next number will be 47. Is it clear students? In this way you can do B and C part also. So here in this video we have seen some shapes, patterns, symmetrical shapes and reflection. I hope you understood this chapter well. Thank you.